got to be another pill. Yeah, this is the Dr. Ali.
I probably owe between doctors, the home nursing staff that have been coming in, and the hospitals approximately $75,000.
We're going to have to just pay the gas and electric, so the power company and the gas company.
It's a lot of money when you don't have it.
Everybody else is just going to have to get online and take what they get.
This is going to go in here.
Okay, well,
I'm done.
Where's the wastebasket? Now, who wants to help cook dinner? I've worked for 15 years at Lockheed Electronics. I finally ended up, before becoming ill, working for Sears as a appliance service technician. And during that time, I ended up in the hospital with abdominal surgery. So they had to terminate me, and I lost both my job and my health insurance.
Eastman Chiropractic, Sue speaking. May I help you? I'm a chiropractic assistant. I make $11.50 an hour. There's no insurance benefits. I do need to get to doctors. But right now, I feel Renny needs to be taken care of. I feel I can get by. I want to make sure the kids are taken care of, that they're okay.
Make sure you tell the doctor about anything that's bothering you. And don't tell him that it's me that bothers you.
Zach was adopted when he was 6.5. And Sean was adopted through Catholic Charities. I know Renny and I definitely would be lost without them.
I have diabetes. The big thing there is really proper diet and medications. But to renew my prescriptions would run upwards of about $600 for a 1 month supply. No insurance, no medicine. Okay, it's that simple.
Your blood pressure's up today, so I guess you're out of your medicines?
I'm out of blood pressure medication and I'm about out of some of the pain medications. And I can't fill those prescriptions.
You know, it's very easy with today's technology and medicines to treat your diabetes and your high blood pressure and any of your other chronic illnesses and prevent these complications, that's why we're here. And I do understand that, financially it is difficult.
If I have to pay $30 for a prescription, I can't do that. I physically can't do it. You're kind of like caught between a rock and a hard place. It's either take care of myself so I'm there for my family, as opposed to taking chances with my life. It's really what it comes down to. And it's a difficult decision at times, It's like, what medicine do I let go so that I can afford to buy food? So I can afford to pay the rent. I'm not the only one. There's thousands of us out there, in this community alone that are in the same boat.
You're one of many patients that we see.
And you just kind of get
You're
lost.
fighting for yourself, so that's the first thing,
Yeah,
the first step. You just can't give up. There's a lot more to a patient than just the disease process. He has 2 teenage boys, they have needs. He makes decisions, more or less, because he is taking care of his family. And you stopped using the asthma medicines because of the side effects, ran out of medicines, couldn't get the medicine?
We have no way to pay for it.
All right. So we'll see what we can do. We have samples, and we can help you out in the meantime. So Renny's family, it comes first over his health care, and that does affect his blood pressure and his diabetes and his ability to get the proper medicines. He's a lot further in the disease process, so we're going to spend a lot more money in managing the disease process since we haven't done the prevention. So he gets what I would call like shotgun medicine, you know. I'm going to give you this medicine, okay? It's not quite the same medicine that you were on, but I think that it will be successful. Here's some It's a disservice if I just constantly sample him, because I don't know when I'm going to open up that sample cabinet and his medicine is going to be there. So in the meantime, we just manage it with certain medications, which is probably not optimal. And that's really where we fail in the system.
Next matter is Ripley versus Renny Bowman. All right, the parties have reached an agreement. The tenant agrees to pay, and the landlord agrees to accept $4,000 in settlement as follows: $500 by...
With all of the medical bills that we had, it became impossible to keep up with everything, including the rent. I'm about to be evicted because of that.
Tenant to vacate the premises by June 30th, 2006. Is that what the parties have agreed to?
Yes.
All right, thank you both very much.
Right now, my worst fear would be that I would have my wife and my sons literally out on the street. My kids deserve better. My wife deserves better. And it just seems like it would be easier just not to be here. At some point in time, you get to a level where you cannot deal with any more. And I've basically reached that level. Were it just me, there would be no question about what I would do. I would either walk away from it all or end it all. But what keeps me going is my family. I'm here because of my family. My boys and my wife. Based upon everything that happened when I went to court the last time, the sheriff can, come in and serve notice on us that we're out of here. We could have somebody knocking on the door tomorrow or the next day or the day after. Bottom line, by the end of the month, we're going to be out of here.
It's just everything at once. And it's been nonstop ever since.
Certainly would make it a lot easier if we didn't have hospital bills piling up. That kicks it right out of the ballpark. $125,000 in recent medical debt on top of what other medical debt I've got. I guess that really tears it.
We don't have a place to go to. So I don't know what's going to happen. Breaks my heart to have to put everything in storage.
The immediate goal is to get the kitchen cleared out. Get the kitchen cleared. Whatever you can move. Yeah, but this stuff, we got this stuff.
I'm the deacon at Renny's church, and we made arrangements to come over and help him this morning to move him out of his house. The sheriffs are coming tomorrow to padlock the house. The financial burden and the health burden became so great. Just in this recent week, he's struggling to find a place to live. And people have really tried to help him, but it's snowballed so greatly that it's really out of a lot of people's control of what they can do for him anymore.
People don't stop and realize when you're hit with an illness that it just takes everything from you. I mean, if you're out of a job and you can't afford insurance, it's like, well, later for you, you're on your own.
Sorry about that.
It's like your whole world is just crashing in around you. And it's an insult. It's an insult to all the people here in this country who's worked to make this country what it is. And now they tell them that they have to just, grin and bear it. Die if you have to.
Renny started having problems, was able to dial 911. He was just barely answering questions, and his condition really, really started to deteriorate. They don't know if it's a heart attack or if it's his diabetes. Now he's on his way to the hospital. He's probably in the best place he could be right now.
Yeah, I told him, I says, get another stretcher. I says, just lay down.
I know that we have to continue to move him no matter what, because the sheriffs are going to put a lock on their door and they don't have anywhere to live.
They have a lot of other stuff that they've accumulated over the years that they're going to probably have to let go. So that's my opinion. The other stuff that they have here, it's really going to be a loss, I think, at this point.
Right now, I'm just hoping, praying that it's nothing serious. Renny said that he didn't eat anything because he says we didn't have enough money. And his blood sugar probably dropped. And he had to go without medication. So you're always taking risks because you really need to do the right things. And when you don't have insurance, you can't. But once he lost his job and the illnesses came along, it just took its toll.
Okay, good.
We didn't have enough money to rent anything. So we were smart enough to hang on to our trailer, and we were forced to move that into a campsite.
Illness has caused all of this. Not only do I not have the money to pay the rent, but I don't have the money to pay the doctor bills. My doctor bills now are up to $125,000.
Once everything came crashing down, there's a lot of anger, a lot of hurt.
The situation that exists now in this family is essentially that Sue wants a separation.
I never realized how low people can sink until now.
We can't accomplish anything without fighting and arguing. We're not a family anymore. We've become totally dysfunctional. And it's really hard. It's the worst so far that I had to deal with. It's difficult to be looking at the possibility that I guess everything you lived and worked for might not exist.
So it's been quite a battle, I hear.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go through your medicines real fast. Now, you don't have any medicines left?
I don't have anything. I have a list of everything that was given me by yourself and any other doctors.
So do we know what you're on right now?
Right now, I'm not on anything.
You're not on anything. All right.
And I now have another hernia.
All right. It's
Small,
from
but it's
moving
starting.
and
All
stuff,
the
or
moving. It
yeah?
has to be. I'm in an awful lot of pain. Because the thing is, at night, I mean, it's like somebody's just literally just tearing my body apart. The bottom line is, I can't stand it anymore.
Okay.
I saw a rheumatologist while I was in the hospital, and he had me on medication for the pain. I tried to go back to him. This is the part of the system that's so messed up.
Yeah.
I called his office and I said, please, tell me what it'll cost me for a doctor's visit. I need to come and see him. I was told, if you don't have insurance, you can't get into this office.
So this is what we're going to do, one step at a time. I think the diabetes and the blood pressure, once we have you on the right medicines, it's all controlled. But I think the pain is a big issue. Your pain is more than just one little thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's multifaceted,
Right.
Okay? Because we are not pain specialists here.
Right.
We're going to only treat you temporarily and get you off to the problem.
And that's really all I'm asking is to
And I think that's
get
your
me
priority
to
right
yeah.
now. You need
Right.
to go for pain management. If you need to see the rheumatologist, we'll get you to a rheumatologist. But I think our means is to get you now to the specialists.
Hi, this is Robin Annaboli. I'm the social worker at Ocean Health Initiatives in Toms River. And I have a patient here with me, and our doctor would like to get him into the rheumatoid arthritis clinic.
It would be nice that I can just send him to a specialist to see if we could control his pain better, okay? And there's waiting, and there's a time process when you don't have any insurance.
You have a waiting list to see that doctor. Could we get on that list?
So in the meantime, we just manage it with therapy, which is probably not optimal. Where if he had insurance, it would open up the network of doctors that he can go to.
Unfortunately, there's a waiting list, and when a slot opens, they're going to contact me first. As soon as they call me, I will get back to you.
We were definitely at rock bottom. But after a while, we were successful to actually find a gentleman that would rent to us.
Stop time. We're together and we're still a family. I mean, we still have some struggles, but we're working things out.
You want to put the top on now? I found out just the past few days that the jewelry that I had bought Sue, that she sold all of that. I think we need to do a light check. We need to see if this thing actually is going to light up. That's one. Ooh, there you go. Now it's working. She even sold her wedding band.
My mom gave me a wedding band. It was hers. I had to sell that, and that just broke my heart. It was part of my mom.
Yeah, this Christmas, the single biggest gift is just that we're still together as a family. The trouble is, we don't know what tomorrow brings yet. We really don't know if it's going to be better or not. Watch the time, jokes. 4 months ago, I was put into the loop by the social worker to go to a pain clinic, and I just found out that it's going to be at least another 2 months before I'll even get an appointment. Dr. Rob's great, but his hands are tied. He's limited to what he has in his cabinet.
Deep breath.
Fighting off the complications that come with diabetes without insurance is virtually a death sentence. If you can't afford to pay for it and you have to turn your back on it, you're not going to survive. You either come up with the money somehow or you don't get the treatment that you need. So it really comes down to being a matter of your money or your life.